Hello and welcome to the Announcer Table's classic TNA Impact review. This week we're reviewing the November 12th episode of TNA Impact, just 4 days removed from Victory Road 2004. I'm once again joined by Scott Weather. Scott, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you, Dom. How are you?
I'm feeling good. It feels like a brand new start. It feels like a new dawn after Victory Road. That was our goal, and now we've hit that goal. We've got something else to go for now. We've got Turning Point on the horizon.
Yes, we have been on the road and now it's time to make a turn.
But before we make that turn, let's have a look back at that road. Overall, I'm not going to go through it match by match. What did you think of Victory Road?
So you have missed the opportunity to say, let's look in the rearview mirror.
Oh, you've smashed it.
Yes.
I might edit it so it sounds like I said that.
No, there's no way. I might just say it again so it's in a funny voice. But I'm not going to do that. Odd. Odd show. Results that I didn't think would happen. Like people turning up that I didn't think would show up, that I wasn't particularly happy about showing up. Mr. Snooker.
Yep.
But also,
what a build.
Also ended the night with a massive pop from me and you.
Yes, it did.
With Macho Man. So, odd.
It left us on a high note. It left us on a high note, but overall, I think it was disappointing. Not terrible, just like not the levels that we'd built it up in our heads.
Yeah, I mean, they'd hyped this show, for 8-9 weeks?
Oh, yeah.
Like
the biggest pay-per-view ever.
Yeah, didn't exactly deliver on that promise, but
no.
There were highlights and there were lowlights, I'd say.
I think we're in an era as well where WWE promise so little with their pay-per-views and deliver quite highly. Like, Raw can suck for weeks, but then on the pay-per-view, they'll go and knock it out of the park, and then Raw will go and suck again.
Yeah.
TNA did kind of the opposite.
I mean, we've been talking about this quite a lot recently. Like, WWE have found a formula to put on terrible shows during a week, SmackDown's okay, but terrible Raws for months on end, and then have a pay-per-view, and it's like, oh, that was really good.
Yeah, and then you're interested again, and then you remember, oh no, they can't book Raw.
Yeah, they've found that happy middle ground of sucking and still not being quite so sucky that they can get away with it.
Yes. But onto TNA Impact. Before we can get into the road to turning points, we'll look back at what was happening in the world November 12th, 2004.
Go ahead.
In the UK charts, Vertigo by U2 is number 1.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
There's a place called Vertigo. Come star.
This might be the best song we've had at number 1 so far. So you're a fan?
Oh, I love that song so much.
It's a really good song.
Really, really good. I don't like Bono much.
Oh, I wouldn't describe myself as a U2 fan, but this is just a banger.
What a song that is. I wasn't expecting that. And that is a song I can play on the guitar.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I love that song. And
play us out at the end.
I will do if you want. But I love the little bit of Spanish in it.
Yeah.
Hola. There's a place called Vertigo. Come star. I just love it. I'm so happy about this result.
Oh dear. UK box office. Don't worry, you're going to want to keep that. It's to a minimum.
Oh no.
Bridget Jones, The Edge of Reason is number 1. The second Bridget Jones movie.
The second one? I don't know anything about Bridget Jones.
I know that it's not for me.
It was Renee Zellweger?
Indeed.
Yes.
And Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant, who's in all of those sorts of films.
Yeah, and Colin Firth, I believe.
Because... Yeah, he is.
So some good actors in it, it's just not for us.
I mean, Hugh Grant and Colin Firth can do those sorts of films, like Richard Curtis films, for the rest of their lives.
Oh yeah, and they still are.
Still get women just sat watching them in cinemas, absolutely
crying,
drooling.
Drooling. There's liquid everywhere.
Now, now. I nearly said sitting in the cinemas frothing, but I didn't.
Oh dear.
I restrained myself and you took it there.
Oh dear.
Can you remember when when 50 Shades first came out?
Yeah.
And there was like interviews with people that worked in cinemas and they found like cucumbers. And
Oh.
yeah, it's
Welcome to the
mad,
TNA Impact podcast.
innit? Look, Victory Road, we took it to some places I wasn't expecting to take it.
Hey, we can't
This is
restrain
our-
us for 3 hours.
This is our turning point.
This is truly a turning point. Oh dear. In video games.
Yes.
In the segment of the show where Scott says, "Oh, I haven't played that. I've heard of it."
Here we go. The slander continues.
I know you haven't played this first one. I'm almost certain.
Go ahead.
Half-Life 2 released for the Xbox and Windows.
Is that like Gary's mod?
I don't know. I know it's one of the most famous games of all time.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so did you say that you know I haven't played it for certain because you knew that I only play PlayStation?
No, I just know that you haven't played Half-Life. I just can tell.
Have you played it?
No.
Okay, it's nothing like Gary's mod. I've just googled it.
Right.
No, never seen it. Never heard of it. I've heard of it.
So
Never. No.
there was a meme about it for years where it was like, "Oh, Half-Life 3 confirmed," because it finished on a cliffhanger, and people
never
wanted
made it.
3. No, they've released a VR game recently, but that technically doesn't count.
No.
Yeah.
I know nothing
obviously
about it.
Came out in 2004, and then we got a VR game in 2020 for it. So
That's mad. 16 years later.
yeah.
So
but also,
there's a man with glasses and a beard.
yes,
No,
I couldn't tell you much.
apologies.
The second game I have played,
Okay, have I?
Metal Gear Solid 3.
Nope.
Didn't think so.
No, never played a Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, they're really good.
Are they though?
Yes,
If I haven't played them, is it good?
they are consistently like high level up until the guy who was like famous for it left.
Is that the thing for Snake?
Yes,
Okay, yeah, you see.
this is
I
the
know
first one. This one's called Snake Eater. So,
Snake Eater.
mm,
Oh, I see.
But yeah, two huge video games. As much as Scott is absolutely no selling them.
I'm not no selling them. What do you want me to do?
Whoa! I don't know.
Not gonna put them over.
Go on, put them over. Do the job.
Right. Okay. Announce them again.
No. In sport.
You're no selling them now. I was ready to put them over.
Yep. In sport, Red Bull have purchased Jaguar Racing to form Red Bull Racing.
Oh.
Yeah. See, I knew obviously you had no interest in F1, but I saw this and I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I have no interest in F1, but I kind of know who wins every year.
Yeah.
Like
Red Bull are
it
one
just
of the
pops-
biggest teams.
Yeah. I mean, I won't be able to. Is it Max Verstappen that drives for them now? I think.
Yes.
Or at least he
And
has.
Daniel
done before.
Ricciardo.
No.
I swear
Daniel Ricciardo drives for McLaren.
Interesting.
And I know that because I got a tweet. You know when like Twitter sends you tweets based on subjects? It came up like sport, and then it was like Daniel Ricciardo did this overtake at such and such track.
And then you didn't watch it.
I did because it was quite impressive. Do you know why I watched
Why?
it? Because the car he was driving was bright orange, and it like caught my attention like a shiny thing to a magpie.
Wow. I'm glad I know what gets your attention.
I saw a bright colour and I was like, "Ooh."
So, yeah. Never need your attention, I'll send you a picture of Taz in the 90s wearing his orange singlet.
It's Taz!
Exactly.
The Botchamania Oompa Loompa thing.
Speaking of Taz, he was on commentary for this next moment.
What a segue that was.
Oh, I don't know. I felt quite kind of clunky.
No, that was good. I like that.
So this is quite a legendary moment, or infamous, I would say, in SmackDown.
Okay.
Kurt Angle is nearly forced to tap out by a Tough Enough star.
Oh,
Do you know about
oh,
this?
I do. It was
So,
some. Oh, he was like a collegiate wrestler, wasn't he? And he thought, you know
yeah,
what, I'm just going to shoot.
his name is Daniel Pewder.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I do know about this.
So, Kurt Angle he came out, asked Tough Enough contestants, and this is after they were forced to do a squat thrust contest,
Yeah.
who wanted to face him. He fought someone else first. The guy who won just like got him in like seconds.
Yeah.
Then he asked, "Does anyone else want some?" And Pewder raised his hand.
Right.
Pewder avoided 2 leg takedowns from Angle, and because he was like, "Well, Angle's shooting, he's trying to take my leg,"
Yeah.
he got him into a Kimura.
Yeah.
Angle was going to tap, but he just like kind of half rolled him onto his back, and the ref gave it a fast count to stop Kurt Angle from having his arm broken by a rookie.
Yeah. He full on just shot on him, didn't he? I remember.
Yeah.
I've seen clips of I've seen the clip.
Yeah.
But Pewter was like a proper. I think he might have gone on to fight MMA.
He went on to get the hell beaten out of him in a Royal Rumble for it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about that, but I think.
Guess who the 2 people were to beat the hell out of him?
Go ahead and tell me.
Hardcore Holly and JBL.
Oh Christ, that's not
2 of the most lovely people in the world.
So Daniel Pewder went on to have an MMA record of 8-0.
Wow.
8 wins, no losses.
Absolutely no shame on Angle there then.
2 wins by knockout, 3 by submission, and 3 decisions.
Wow. Yeah.
I don't know whether he fought in Strike Force, which was like Bellator before Bellator was a thing. He fought. Oh, he was meant to fight Tank Abbott.
Nice.
But he didn't.
Nice.
And yeah, he retired from MMA competition holding a record of 8 wins, 0 losses.
Nice.
Good for him.
So overnight, Pewder went from 3rd in like the polls for Tough Enough contestants straight to number 1. The fans got onto Pewder. They were like, "Yes, this is the guy."
That's perfect. Love him.
WWE
Good for him.
Buried him.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we'll hear more about that in the future.
I'm sure we'll hear much more about burials. That's for certain.
More fun news from the WWE.
Go ahead.
More releases.
Oh, Black Thursday.
This week it's Rico.
Yay.
Rodney Mack.
Uh,
Jazz.
uh,
And Johnny the Bull.
Not Johnny the Bull.
A star-studded cast of releases there.
I mean, yeah, that's a Hall of Fame class if I've ever seen one.
Jazz is the best wrestler there.
Yeah, probably.
She's in Impact now.
Is she?
She just retired. She got retired by Deonna Purrazzo.
Oh, what?
Hard to kill. No, hard to kill.
Okay.
It was like a hardcore match, and it was title versus career.
So basically, Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, WWE are copying Impact.
Yeah, with the Jazz and Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah, they're like, you know what? This is a hot feud. Roman Reigns needs this.
Yeah, the hottest thing in wrestling needs to copy Jazz.
Yes.
Sticking
with WWE.
Go on.
They have announced the arrival of 2 new superstars.
Ooh, okay.
Who are Arab American.
Oh, is this Hassan?
It's Muhammad Hassan and Davari.
Oh, not Sheikh Abdul Bashir.
WWE are promoting them as faces at the moment.
Whoa, that won't last.
That did not last.
No, it did not.
No,
it didn't. Nuclear heat.
And they knew that was going to happen. They knew they were going to turn them heel.
Obviously. It's sick. It's horrible. But you just know what they're going to do.
Yeah, of course you do.
Good old Davari.
Moving on to some TNA news, and we have a correction from Dave Meltzer.
Oh, okay.
Dave Meltzer admitting he was wrong here, which half the internet would tell you he doesn't do.
I don't know about that.
I would say a lot of the internet are like, well, Dave thinks he's always right.
To be fair, most of the time he is.
Yeah, exactly. So, remember last week when we were talking about Liger?
Yeah.
So he mentioned that apparently TNA were like, yeah, but you can fly yourself out. You can pay for yourself.
Yeah.
That is not the case. They
Oh.
were going to pay for his flight, but Liger felt that he should have been doing something other than the gauntlet. He felt it was a bit beneath him because he'd been in
Oh.
ROH previously and he was getting like mega reactions.
Oh.
So he was like, my stock's a bit higher than that in America. I think I should be doing something else. And they were like, there's no room for you, pal.
I mean, there wasn't any room for him.
Stick him in the AJ Styles Pete Williams match.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Just give him a match with, like, I don't know, Alex Shelley.
They couldn't put him in that match because then it'd be like, it's Canadian Destroyer versus Styles Clash versus the Liger's move.
Yes. Well, you could have like a heel come out and like, oh, I'm issuing an open challenge, and Liger answers it and like
That would
just
be
gives
good.
us the hits.
I mean, to be fair, they gave us the mini match,
exactly.
so there was
Liger could have been
probably
in that.
space. There was space on the card.
Exactly.
They could have had something.
And then a final bit of news, sticking with TNA.
Just to go back to Liger, apologies.
Oh.
Best theme song ever. Possibly.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
It's so good. Anyway,
It's up there.
continue.
Sticking with TNA, there have been 2 former WWE stars hanging out backstage at tapings.
Ooh, okay.
They are one Billy Gunn.
Not William.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, no.
Got a lot of mates there.
His mates are there, yeah.
Yeah. And Lex Luger.
Oh, God, no.
What is Lex Luger doing in the Impact Zone?
No. What's Flex Fluger doing here?
Oh, dear. Flex Cabana.
Oh, that's like good for Lex.
I've made a huge error because that's not my final bit of news. I have a lot more news.
Oh, okay.
This week, 2 days after this episode of Impact,
Yeah.
it's Survivor Series 2004.
Oh, right.
So I'm going to run you through the card. I don't have the star ratings, but I'll tell you something afterwards that will give you an idea. Match 1, Spike Dudley retains the Cruiserweight Championship against Billy Kidman, Chavo Guerrero, and Rey Mysterio.
4 solid workers, to be fair.
Just sounds like a fun match.
Yeah.
Match 2, Shelton Benjamin retains the Intercontinental Championship against Christian.
Solid match.
Solid match. Match number 3, Team Guerrero defeat... I'll tell you who Team Guerrero are. It's Eddie Guerrero, surprisingly. Obviously. Big Show.
My favourite Guerrero.
John Cena.
Oh.
And RVD.
Okay.
And they defeated Team Angle.
Okay.
Kurt Angle, Carlito, Luther Reigns, and Mark Jindrak.
I mean, very, very stacked on one side.
Yeah, and also Kurt Angle on the other one.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, 4 solid guys. Well, 3 solid guys and John Cena, and then Kurt Angle and some guy.
You leave John alone. Match number 4. It only goes up from here. It's The Undertaker defeating Heidenreich, who is managed by Paul Heyman.
Heidenreich was managed by Paul Heyman?
Apparently.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
He's a Heyman guy, apparently.
Oh, the Heyman guy.
He's the one that you think of when you think of Paul Heyman guys.
It's him and it's Curtis Axel.
Oh, and Ryback, yeah.
Match number 5. Oh boy. Trish Stratus defeats Lita by DQ in 1 minute 24 to retain the Women's Championship.
Oh no, though. Okay, I was going to say that's the one. Is that the one where she breaks her neck? But that's on Raw.
Yeah, it's not that one.
That was a Raw main event.
Right. Match number 6, your co-main event.
Okay.
JBL retains the WWE Championship against Booker T.
Oh, yeah. Yay.
Don't worry, it only goes up from here in your main event. Team Orton.
Right.
Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Chris Benoit.
Right.
Chris Jericho.
Right.
And the biggest star of them all, Maven.
I mean, my favourite of that team, I have to say.
They defeated Team Triple H
Wait, so there's only 4?
this time around. Sometimes they just change their mind sometimes.
Okay.
Team Triple H consists of Triple H,
Yeah.
Batista,
Yeah.
Edge.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't put him with Triple H in my head.
No, I wouldn't. That's strange, but
And Gene Snitsky.
wow. Right.
Give me
Right.
Maven Snitsky at WrestleMania now.
It's literally like, okay, so we've got these 6 guys, but we can't do a 3-on-3 Survivor
Yeah.
Series match.
Just doesn't make sense. We need another one.
This is chucking these two. Be all right.
Like literally, Vince closes his eyes, points a direction. First guy he
Yeah.
points at, you're in.
Spins round and just points at somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the match of the night. Any prediction?
Oh, probably Shelton.
It was Shelton. Shelton
Yeah.
Benjamin versus Christian. Match of the night. 3.5 stars.
That's fine.
That means that was the peak.
The peak. The best match was 3.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This card wasn't good.
It sounded all right.
Do you really want to watch that main event with Gene Snitsky and Maven in?
No, but you'd assume that they'd be eliminated pretty quickly.
I would say the only matches that are bearable are the 2 Survivor Series matches, Intercontinental title match, and the Cruiserweight title match. The rest is tripe.
I mean, Trish and Lita would be okay if it wasn't
For a minute.
for a minute, yeah. But I guess they didn't really care about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was just Jerry Lawler being a pervert for 20 minutes. Or a minute.
Puppies!
Exactly.
The puppies!
On the Raw after Survivor Series,
Yes. My
we have
favourite
new
Raw.
WWE Tag Team Champions.
Wait, so they've hot potatoed these a bit.
Yeah, just a little.
So it was it La Resistance?
It was La Resistance.
Okay.
They've been dethroned by William Regal
Oh.
and Eugene.
Oh no.
I was wondering if you'd clock who was his partner.
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't clock who his partner was. I saw a video on that recently. I can't remember who it was from, but oh no.
Don't worry, it only goes up from here. On
Oh.
SmackDown after Survivor Series, we have a new United States champion.
Oh.
Carlito is defeated.
Was it by Big Show?
John Cena.
I thought. Oh. I thought. I thought that Big
He
Show
beat
would
Big Show for it at Mania.
Yeah.
I think he retains it against Big Show at Mania.
Oh, does he?
I think that's what happens.
Ah!
Because that's when he hits Big Show with the AA, and that is, as much as you don't like Cena, very impressive.
No, it's not.
The show opens with Raven removing Larry Zbyszko from the Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket Ride.
Oh my god, that's a really good one. I like the alliteration of the R's.
It's an absolute mouthful.
I'm sure it is. It's very entertaining to me.
Well, we'll go one day.
Hopefully.
He starts assaulting him backstage for literally no reason.
Yeah, just a bit over the top, really.
Yeah.
Just go up to him.
Yeah, just ask, you know?
Yeah, just grab the man.
What's wrong with a polite conversation?
Nothing's wrong with it. I'm not.
Piece of moral superiority on his clothes.
No, he doesn't. He wears his animals on his clothes.
Exactly. He calls him human remains and just screams at him, demanding a rematch from Monty Brown.
Literally no need.
No, just ask nicely. I'm sure Larry will say yes.
But Larry, I don't suppose you could get me a rematch, could you?
Hey, Larry, can I have a match with Monty?
Larry,
Larry,
come here, Larry, come here.
See, this is why he lost his temper, because Larry just wasn't listening.
Yeah, Larry only understands northern accents.
Exactly.
So
Larry confirms
doesn't work.
Larry confirms that he has his match with Brown, telling him to go cry to him later about it. Everyone's treating Raven like a child, and I love it.
They're treating him like a depressed teenager.
Yep. Raven's then alone and screams, saying, "The age of apocalypse is upon us." Quote the Raven, nevermore.
I still like. I know he says it every single time, but I love it when he says that.
That's my favorite bit of his promos because they're the only bit that make any sense.
Yeah, the rest of it is just the ramblings of a 14-year-old on antidepressants.
Yeah. As we enter the Impact Zone, commentary begins to plug Turning Point on December 5th. Mike Tenay then gets in the ring and runs down the results of Victory Road. Hector Gaza winning the X Division Gauntlet. 3 Live Crew winning the tag titles. Dusty Rhodes being elected DOA, and Jeff Jarrett retaining. Jeff Jarrett's music then hits, and he makes his entrance, flagged by the Outsiders. The commentary saw the double cross by Kevin Nash. No one saw that one coming.
No, who would have thought?
Kevin Nash linking up with Scott Hall.
Who would have thought this man with no association to Jeff Hardy whatsoever?
He's literally shown no intent on helping Jeff Hardy.
No.
We just had Jarrett's word.
Dumb.
Yeah, but you know what? Whatever.
Yeah.
Scott Hall grabs the mic from Mike Tenay. What's the first thing he says, Scott?
Yeah.
Correct. He asks Mike Tenay about Turning Point and asks Kevin Nash if he's free December 5th. He is.
I have a question.
Yep.
You know when you do like impressions and stuff?
Yes.
You can never quite hear what they're like. What is my "Hey Yo" like?
It's passable.
Okay, I'll take that.
So thankfully, Kevin Nash is free December 5th. So is Scott Hall. And then he asks, in his words, the Chizamp, Jeff Jarrett, if he's free, and he wouldn't miss it for the world. So it looks like they're all going to be there. That's fun.
They didn't even need to check their diaries.
I mean, the 3 biggest names in the company, they're all going to be at the pay-per-view. What is this?
Yes, Larry Zbyszko will be there.
Yes, Larry will be there.
Nobody asked Mike Tenay if he was going to be there.
I'm going to assume he will be.
I would have thought so.
So I've got a lot of this promo written down, and I'm going to run through it. It's going to take a while, and you're all going to enjoy it.
I will sit here and be quiet.
Oh no, react to stuff, because there's a lot of nonsense to react here.
Yeah, there is.
Nash takes the mic and says no one handed him a script before we walked through the curtain. And this is the point where I paused it and sent you a voicemail saying it's going to be really hard not to swear.
Yeah.
I hate this whole I'm shooting from the hip. Ooh.
No one's told us what to say. Well, you know what, Kevin? Somebody should.
Yeah. He says that he gets to say whatever he wants, and he uses this power to harass a woman in the crowd.
A woman that I don't think was there.
No, I don't think she was there either.
Where he looked was towards the commentary table.
He was pointing at Don West. At Victory Road.
I'm talking to you, pretty lady. And Don's just sat there like, what? He starts blushing and fanning himself.
Scott Hall then walks over to him and tells him it's not live and they'll edit out if they don't like it, and that pops me.
Yeah, I did like that.
And he just goes, oh.
Yeah.
Nash says he'll give us a history story. Not a history lesson, a history story.
Isn't all history just stories?
Kind of. So he says way before Jeff Hardy was born in 1993, Jeff Hardy was born in 1977.
I literally have the exact same note of Jeff Hardy was born in 1977. ...
So Jeff Hardy was working for the WWE in 1994.
Yeah.
He was... So his first appearance on WWE television is at King of the Ring 94.
Oh, okay. Was that when he had the fluorescent headbands on and the blonde hair?
He wasn't wrestling.
Was he not?
Him and Matt were pulling the doors open.
What?
They were dressed as like jesters, and they were pulling like some doors open for the entrance.
Really?
Yeah.
That was him and Matt Hardy?
Yeah, at King of the Ring 94.
That's mad. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then from then on, he started doing some jobbing.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah, it's how you
But
start.
yes, he was actually alive.
He was very much alive.
Yeah. Right, this is where I'm going to start rattling it off because it's just nonsense.
Go ahead.
Nash says that in '93 he got a call from Shawn Michaels asking him to go to the WWF to be his bodyguard, and thus Diesel was born. That phone call led to the Click, Michaels, Hall, Nash, Triple H, and X-Pac, the 5 most hated guys in the business. They had all the belts and all the power. A guy in the crowd yells, and X-Pac sucked.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because Kevin was speaking really slowly, wasn't he?
Yes, he
He was
was.
like, we had all the belts. And then someone went, an X-Pac sucks!
The thing is, right, people give X-Pac a hard time.
It's good!
He's probably the 3rd best wrestler in the Click.
Yeah, why not?
He's better than Nash.
Oh my god, yeah.
Go forward to '96, he was champion. Scott Hall was going for the IC belt, and they sold out Madison Square Garden in their last night before going to WCW. That's the curtain call, kids.
Yeah. I mean, one of my favourite things about this promo was they kept cutting to Mike Tenay.
He was very angry and confused.
They had a specific Tenay cam.
Oh, yeah.
They cut to him, and at one point he was giving such like sassy side eye.
Oh, yeah. He's one of the sassiest in the business.
He gave sassy side eye and was pouting. Like, he was pouting so hard.
There was no need for him to be there.
It was a full-on Mike Tenay Tinder picture.
I would match. I would super like.
Oh yeah, I'd buy premium just to super like him more than once.
Oh dear. He then says on June 12th they were reunited to become the NWO. They became friends with Jarrett. They held all the power. Hell, even one of them booked for a while. I like that line. I did like that.
Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't think you'd like that. I didn't like it.
Even one of us booked for a while. I liked that.
I don't like the whole kayfabe breaking.
I don't know why I liked it. I think it's just because I was like, I think I fell for the trap, and it was like, I know that Kevin Nash booked WCW. I think I did that.
They shouldn't reference that a show is booked. Like,
yeah, they will. They will continue to do so.
It's meant to be natural, though.
Yeah.
Like, you're meant to suspend your disbelief with wrestling, I think.
Yeah.
And having it just told to you is a bit like, oh.
Yeah. He says, we had all the money, all the power, everyone hated us. We went back to New York and the same thing happened. But now you're looking at a new unit, the Kings of Wrestling. Scott,
Claudio?
The Kings of Wrestling.
Claudio? Chris?
So I did a little bit of research. Do you know about when Claudio Castagnoli and Chris Hero became the Kings of Wrestling?
I assume it was around this same sort of time.
February 2005.
Oh, okay.
So Kevin Nash did it first.
Shut up.
I knew you were going to be mad about it, and I was like, I'm going to make sure.
Oh, you've read me so much because
I read it like a book.
My note there was Kings of Wrestling is Claudio Castagnoli and Chris Hero, and I will not hear a word of it.
Oh, you'll be convinced otherwise, believe me.
Oh, you look, I'd be all down for the Kings of Wrestling and TNA if they came out with the theme song.
Oh, it's coming.
K-O-W Kings.
Oh,
I'd love that.
Mate, you're getting a better one. I know their theme song.
Oh, yes.
Do you know it?
I think so.
The Elvis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're getting a better one.
Okay.
Don't worry. We're almost near the end of this promo.
We're getting there.
Oh, my throat's dry. He then calls out the guys in the back who spent half their childhood sleeping with their dolls. I like that line.
They spent... I didn't understand it.
He was saying like the people in the back were sleeping with Kevin Nash and Scott Hall dolls.
Oh, okay. So in England we don't call them dolls, like they're
Toys.
action figures.
Or
or
action figures.
Yeah.
In America, they call them action figures. It's just to try and go. Oh, you played with your dolls. You know what I mean?
Do you know what I thought it was?
What?
I thought how they call women dolls.
Oh no.
I thought they were saying you spent your childhood sleeping with women. I thought it was like
you losers.
Yeah.
I studied a lot of wrestling whilst you were sleeping with women.
Who are you getting laid?
You big old loser.
Oh, that was what it was, to be honest. I was confused by that line.
He says that they're coming after them and they're taking over and that they have and that whatever money they're making, they can thank Hall and Nash, which is probably true.
Yeah, probably.
They're going to tear this place down and make everyone hate being in this business, run them out of here, they'll own TNA. The thing is, what are they going to do to own TNA that they don't already have? They have the NWA World title. What else could they have? The tag titles? Yes, but they're not going to do that, I hope. The X Division title? Give me X Division Kevin Nash.
You're going to get it.
I am.
You are going to get it.
I know. Give it me now.
But they also have Jeff Jarrett, who has a massive stake in the company.
Yeah, they literally own the company. Like, as literal as possible.
I don't know whether I like that. Saying we're going to make you hate the business.
I don't know. It's like a heelish, like, it's a good heelish tactic. Because it's like, they're leading by their reputation of, oh, we're the bad guys. But actually, I think they are here to try and help.
It's just a little bit close to the bone because
you know that they can actually have the capability to do that.
A lot of people in WCW lost their jobs.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, a lot of people probably fell out of love with wrestling because of what happened in WCW.
In fairness, WCW wouldn't have been making as much money without them as well, though.
No, true, but it also probably would have survived a little bit longer.
Yeah, but it's the people running it. It wasn't their fault. They exploited a flawed system.
Yeah, I guess.
I'd do the same.
Oh, God, yeah. Look, if my work were like, look, here's X amount of money to do
whatever you want.
Yeah.
With your mates.
Deal.
Yeah. You've sold me.
Yeah.
Jarrett then takes the mic, calls over TNA to hold the mic for him.
Yeah.
Because how could Jarrett hold a microphone?
I love him. He's really good. He's really good.
He says that Universal Studios has become the epicenter of pro wrestling. He says he then addresses Randy Savage, saying that he was left in a pool of his own blood in the backlot when the cameras went off. And that Hulk Hogan saw them backstage and he couldn't get into his Mercedes fast enough and get back to Tampa.
I love the idea that Hulk Hogan was like getting ready to do a run-in, but was late.
And he was like, "Oh no, not the outsiders, my friends,
not my mates.
No, I'm going home.
Not my mates and Jeff Jarrett.
That's it. I'm going home.
See ya."
He then says that Sting has an open invitation anytime he wants to come out the rafters. DDP as well.
I like the idea that Sting is just sat in the rafters at all times at every wrestling show.
Just waiting, just in case.
Just like, I might pop up.
Just in case he has to dish out some justice.
Yeah.
He then says before they leave the Impact Zone today, they will take out 2 of the top dogs. Which actually, at the time, by the end of the show, I'd forgot about that. But on reflection, I really like that.
Yeah.
I really like that on reflection now.
Yeah, I didn't realise that.
Yeah, I'd forgot about it by the end of the show, but actually...
until you just said it.
Yeah. We then see an advert for Turning Point and highlights of Victory Road. What did you think of this very long promo?
I mean, the Nash bit was a bit strange, but I got it. Like, I understood where they were going with it.
Yeah.
I love Scott Hall. He's really cool. He's really cool. Like, when he just has an aura of like a cool guy. Like,
Big Daddy Cool.
The walk,
yeah,
the toothpicks, the accent. He's just cool. I don't know. Like, Jarrett can talk well. Mike Tenay's facial expressions made it better for me. I quite liked it, I guess. It was long, but I liked it.
The components shouldn't have worked, and yet I came out liking it. I knew exactly who their characters were the second they started talking.
Oh, yeah.
I knew exactly what they were about. They laid it all out for me. Fair enough.
I like the story as well. I know I kind of ragged on it a little bit, but I do.
Saying positive things is harder than bad things.
Yeah, it's easier to say, "Oh, that was bad," rather than go, "Okay, yeah, fair enough."
Yeah.
There's a lot of sucking up pride when it comes to praising.
After the highlights of Victory Road, all 3 members of the Free Life crew then make their entrance. Conan and BG James are wearing the belts still, so it doesn't look like they're freebirding.
No freebird rule.
Nope. Conan does his Spanish promo before BG James gets the mic
So
to do a severely shortened entrance.
So he asked where his dogs are.
He did ask where the dogs were.
We are both in agreement that they were taken out by Jarrett, Hall, and Nash, aren't we?
Yeah, the two dogs, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we were on about earlier.
I'm glad we agree.
Yeah.
Where are my dogs at?
It's like, I just told you I'm going to take them out.
Just taking them out for a walk.
I've just took them for a walk, yeah.
Yeah.
They're immediately jumped by the heels, who are Jason Static, Justin Cage, and Scotty Matthews. Scott, can you tell us anything about these three gentlemen?
No.
Oh. And that's your job or report.
So, yeah, we've discussed this. I am going to be on Jobber Watch.
Yeah.
This week's Jobber Watch.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to report. There was
Really
literally nothing.
Wow.
Nothing.
Wow. I just saw three guys and I was like, I'm not Googling this.
I couldn't find a thing. I couldn't find a record of this match ever existing. I wanted to make my first ever Jobber report a big thing, and it was nothing.
Thanks, Jeff Jarrett.
There was absolutely nothing.
And are they the only jobbers on this show as well?
Yeah.
Ah, dear, the new gimmick is going well.
Jobber Report episode 1 is an absolute failure.
Oh, what a start. What a start.
I couldn't find anything.
Well, don't worry, because the heels jumping of 3 Live Crew does not go well for them.
No.
2 of them are immediately thrown to the outside. Conan hits Rolling Thunder, and Ron Killings hits the assisted jumping kick before BG James pins after hitting precisely 0 moves to win after 32 seconds.
How high does Killings jump, by the way?
Right.
It's really, really impressive.
He's so good.
He's really athletic, like ridiculously athletic.
Yeah. After the match, Scott D'Amore, Bobby Roode, and Eric Young jump the 3 Live Crew, laying out James and Conan. Killings fights back for a bit before Roode smashes a hockey stick over his back.
Yeah, I mean, I love the visual of Scott D'Amore sleeking his way, like snaking, sliding his way in.
One of the least sneaky men alive, but he just slipped under the bottom rope.
Like consistently, week in, week out, my two most entertaining factors from the show that are non-wrestling are Scott D'Amore and Jeff Jarrett, because they
Not
both
Shane Douglas.
Okay, yeah, 3 then. But they just consistently make me laugh. They keep doing good stuff.
I like how you describe Jeff Jarrett as non-wrestling.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like the stuff that Jeff's doing outside the ring.
Yeah.
I really like.
The beatdown continues, and D'Amore hilariously starts choking Killings. I don't know if you picked up on that.
Yeah, it was like he just like put his hand on his neck, like he wasn't doing anything.
Larry Zbyszko comes out ushering in security. Thank God Larry's here to break it up.
Larry's busy tonight.
Oh, yeah.
They've dragged him off the rides.
Yeah. A limo then pulls up backstage.
No. Loose description of a limo.
It was somewhat a limo.
No, a limo is an extended car.
It's longer than a normal car. I'm not having this.
No,
it was longer than a normal car. It's longer than your car.
It's longer than my car, but I've got a Polo.
It's longer than our 2 cars put together.
I mean, yeah, but you've got a Citroen.
How dare you?
Yeah, but like, we're not exactly... we don't both drive Hummers.
If TNA say it's a limo, it's a limo. If they say it's the 3 Live Crew, it's the 3 Live Crew.
It wasn't a limo. It was literally the length of, I'd say, a Ford
2
Mondeo.
hatchbacks.
It was a Ford Mondeo.
A Ford Mondeo pulls up backstage. Happy?
That's better.
Well, I'm not. Mike Tenay then says he wonders who's in the limo. Right.
Who wonder?
And this is where I wrote, well, being as Randy Savage came out of a limo 4 days ago, I'm going to make an assumption.
And this is where I didn't make an assumption because I saw Randy Savage get out of a limo and not
Literally the
a
same car.
Mondeo.
Literally the same car.
It wasn't the same car at all.
But don't worry, the incredible journalist Shane Douglas is on the case.
Investigative journalist himself.
Exactly. We'll hear more from him later.
Yes.
We then see an advert for the 6 Sides of Steel cage match between AMW and Triple X at Turning Point. This is our new P.T. Williams is an amazing athlete.
No.
We're going to see this every week.
This wasn't the new P.T. Williams is an incredible athlete.
Why is that?
Because there's another one. And when we get
I
to
haven't
it,
marked that one down, so...
When we get to it, I'll bring it up.
I just straight up ignored adverts.
I've written quite a lot of notes about the video packages.
Okay. Go off when we get there. We then see a recap of Sanjay Dutt coming out to make the save for Jimmy Superfly Snuka after Kid Cash, Michael Shane, and Kaz beat him down at Victory Road, saying that Snuka was one of his heroes growing up and one of the first autographs he got as a kid. You might want to burn that.
So Sanjay also said that he doesn't want anybody to taint the legacy of Jimmy Snuka.
Jimmy Snuka did pretty well at that.
He's got his work cut out for him.
Come on, Sanjay, you can do it. I believe.
Try your hardest. I mean, his whole thing is free your mind.
Free Jimmy Snuka.
Jimmy, if there's anything Jimmy Snuka should be, it's not free.
Oh dear. We then go back to the Impact Zone, and Mike Tenay starts advertising Roddy Piper's one-man show in Harvey's nightclub in Portland, Oregon, which apparently will be very entertaining. I disagree.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to watch that.
No. Harvey's nightclub no longer exists in Portland, Oregon.
Did you have a little Google?
I did. I can only presume it's Roddy Piper's fault.
So you'll have a little Google about some nightclub, but you won't Google the jobbers?
Literally, I had to search 2 words.
What, Harvey's nightclub?
Yep.
Fair enough.
Okay, 4 words. Harvey's nightclub, Portland, Oregon.
What? Why doesn't it exist anymore? Did you actually do some digging, or
it's just not there anymore?
Huh.
Might have been renamed. I don't know. Harvey doesn't own it anymore.
Yeah, he's now Dave's.
Dave's nightclub. I'd go.
Nightclub. I mean, it doesn't fill me with excitement for a night out.
No. Oh God, getting on it with the lads as Roddy Piper tries to convince you that Piper's Pit was a shoot.
Where are we going this weekend, lads? Oh yeah, we'll go to Dave's.
Roddy Piper's there. I'm definitely not going.
There. Drunk Roddy Piper's there. He's going to be saying loads of racist jokes.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Next up, we have what is described as a 6-man international X Division tag match. It's Michael Shane, Kazarian, and Kid Cash versus LA Park, Psychosis, and Hector Gaza. So when you say international, you mean 3 Americans and 3 Mexicans.
Yes, it is a
Mr. Worldwide.
Indeed.
The dirty Americans jump the faces before the match.
Dare they?
If only Team Canada were here.
Why can't matches in this company just start normally?
They don't know any other booking strategy. It's like, right, well, we're going to jump them.
Every match is like, jump them, go on.
Oh, dear. The faces clear out Shane and Cash, leaving Gaza and Kaz in the ring, who were the final 2 in the gauntlet match, which was a nice little bit of commentary. I like that.
Yeah.
Gaza slingshots him over the top rope, and Kaz gets so mad that he grabs a chair. The referee tries to stop him, and LA Park stamps on the chair and hurts Kaz's fingers.
Ouchie.
To celebrate, LA Park plays the air guitar on the chair and poses on top of it.
He is the best.
He's great.
He's the absolute best. I love him so much.
Oh yeah, he's great. Cash and Psychosis then square off, with Cash battering him in the corner. Cash whips Psychosis and looks for a back body drop. Psychosis is sloppy, but he gives him a kick in the face before tagging LA Park.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed how sloppy Psychosis was there, but
he looked a little bit off.
Yeah. LA Park hits a top rope drop kick to Cash, which was amazing.
He's class.
He's actually really good.
I love him.
I thought he was just a gimmick, but actually he's a good wrestler.
He's so over with me.
Yeah. Gaza kicks Cash's leg from under him before taking out Shane and Kaz, then hitting a sloppy total whirl on Cash. She's broke up for 2, and all 6 men start brawling again.
Yeah.
LA Park and Psychosis look for a double clothesline, but Dallas grabs their feet as they're running and throws them both onto the guardrail. Dallas looks really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, was it Psychosis that went over the top and he just caught him like he was nothing?
Yeah.
Just like, caught him and was like, nope.
Gaza plants Cash before going to the top rope, but Tracy distracts him, allowing Cash to hit Gaza with the same coconut he knocked Dut out to pick up the win. Where was he hiding that coconut?
In Dallas.
Oh. That's a long way from the Universal Studios.
It is, yeah. Like, he had it shipped.
Wow.
UPS got it there with the
next day delivery.
No doors on. Next day delivery wasn't a thing back then.
No, it was not. No, it was not. But I like that they've given Cash somewhat of a character in that he's the coconut man.
Yeah.
Also, wasn't expecting Gaza to lose after he'd won the gauntlet match.
Yeah, dumb.
Yeah, a bit weird, but even
more
I prefer
when we talk about something else.
Oh, just you wait! I've got some spiel.
Yeah, you've got some game.
Yes. Yeah, I'm glad that the heels won, just because they're the ones that are going to be staying with the company for a long time. Look, Gaza's just signed, but like Psychosis and LA Park aren't staying.
I wanted La Parker to get the pin.
Yeah. Well, after the match, he chases them off with a chair. Before we go to Master Detective Shane Douglas.
Here we go.
He goes to whoever could be in the limo, but it's empty. He keeps checking though, but no one's there.
Not the limo.
If TNA says it's a limo, it's a limo.
The Mondeo.
If TNA tells me to jump off a bridge, I jump off a bridge.
Where did the driver go?
We'll find out later.
Okay.
We then see highlights from the Monsters Ball match before Raven makes his entrance, and he's limping.
No, allow me to interject.
No.
This is okay, Karen.
Go ahead.
This is the next P.T. Williams is an amazing athlete.
Right, yeah.
It was, you may not know me, but you will. I counted the amount of times they repeated video packages in this show.
Right.
I will tell you as we go along.
Okay.
Let's just say I think this was the second time they'd showed the you may not know me, but you will promo package for is it Turning Point? Yeah.
Yeah, Turning Point.
Got it messed up in my head.
This is the one where AJ Styles talks about the Olympics.
Yeah.
I Googled it. There's nothing about AJ Styles ever being anywhere near the Olympics.
Well, I assume it was in like amateur wrestling. But
I really don't know.
Maybe he wrestled in college. I don't know.
At one point, his gimmick was Mr. Olympia.
Oh.
Is that it? I don't know.
Yes. That's how you qualify for the Olympics. You just have to change your name to Mr. Olympia.
Mr. Olympics.
You're in. Even the women. I would like to race in the women's 100 meters. What's your name? Mr. Olympia.
You're in.
Sold.
But yeah, did you notice that Raven was limping as he made his entrance?
Yeah, he was selling it, wasn't he?
Was he selling, or can he not walk anymore?
I think he was selling and then just forgot.
Yeah, because to be fair, yeah, it's a good point. Right. Raven whips Brown so he's facing Monty Brown, as we mentioned at the top of the show.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd jump into it, but actually. Anywho, Raven whips Brown into the corner, but he bounces back and immediately takes him out with a clothesline. Raven hits him with a knee, but Brown immediately counters with a knee to the back before laying in the signature punches.
Yes, the right hands of doom.
Can he just not wrestle Raven? Is that it?
maybe he just feels really comfortable with him.
To the point where he just lays in punches.
Raven's a good worker.
I've not seen much evidence of that yet.
I quite like it.
He is.
I made a note here of. I think you'll get to it later in the match, but he throws a lot of kicks, and they're really nice kicks.
Yes, one in particular.
Yeah, they seem like ahead of his time with the kicks. I know that sounds stupid, but
no, I get what you mean.
You see a lot more kicks in wrestling now.
He's like an early day Loki.
I mean, yeah. You know what? No, but you know what I mean. Like,
Raven,
a lot of kicks, and they're really nice.
Raven hits another knee to Brown, and then hits a bulldog before laying in boots into his face. He then climbs the middle rope. This kick wasn't good.
No, I mean,
he just does like a weird falling kick.
He has his studs.
Yeah, before laying in some punches of his own, and then a kick to the back, which was nice.
Yeah.
Raven and Brown go to the outside to brawl. Raven hitting a Russian leg sweep into the guardrail before rolling Brown back in to lay in more punches.
Yes.
Brown fights back with, you guessed it, punches. He hits a big boot and a fallaway slam. He goes for the running power slam, but Raven escapes and hits a pinpoint beautiful super kick.
Yeah.
Whoa!
On the button.
Shawn Michaels, eat your heart out.
Yeah, it was class.
It was really good. He only gets a 2 from that, though.
Yeah, it's not his finisher, is it?
No, it's not. And like, we're so desensitized by the super kick nowadays. Like,
yeah,
it shouldn't be a finish.
The Young Bucks have killed the business.
Good. We're just going to pretend that Adam Cole doesn't do exuberant amount of super kicks, yeah?
Yeah, but nope, don't know what you're on about.
Okay. Raven picks Brown back up, but he counters, hitting the pounce from out of nowhere. Like, beautiful. But he wipes out the ref as well, allowing Abyss to enter the ring. Brown blocks Abyss.
I really like that. I really like pouncing him into the ref. Like, it shows like he was trying to hit him that hard. He had no control of where he went.
That being said, should the ref not be like, hang on, I shouldn't be stood here because he does that thing where he sends people flying?
Yeah, but referees in wrestling have the IQ of 10.
Yeah.
So, no.
Brown blocks Abyss's punch before laying in some strikes of his own. He looks for the pounce, but Abyss counters with a black hole slam, which was really impressive on a big man like Monty Brown.
Yeah, he nailed it as well. Like, fully swung him hard, like fast.
I love it when he did it to those jobbers, like those little jobbers. It was the same.
Sometimes the black hole slam, if it's a bit slow, it can look a bit like weak. But when it's fast and it's bit like gets a good spin on it, I love how it looks every single time.
Oh yeah. Then, out of absolutely nowhere, DDP runs in from the crowd.
Yeah, strange.
I was not expecting DDP.
No, I wasn't. And like, I can read in my notes now. It's like DDP question mark exclamation and 4 exclamation marks. Oh, what? Why? Out of literally nowhere.
I wasn't expecting this, especially because Jarrett said it at the top of the show. It legitimately made me think, well, it's not going to be DDP.
Yeah, like, I'll be honest. I didn't even think that the limo thing, the Mondeo thing, was even going to relate to anything other than Jarrett.
I thought it was going to be Randy Savage again.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that was what was implied
in a black car backstage. Yeah, but they acted like they didn't see it on Sunday, so I don't know.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I just thought they were being idiots, and Randy Savage was going to show up again, but no.
Yeah, it was just really unexpected.
DDP hits Raven with the diamond cutter, and Abyss looks annoyed as Brown covers to pick up the win.
Yeah, Abyss is like, "What? Why did you do that?"
DDP looks in great shape, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Like, I know it's only 2004, and he still looks in great shape in 2021, but
he wouldn't be doing yoga at this point.
Oh, I don't know. I think he started doing yoga, but not DDP yoga.
Not DDP yoga, yeah.
I think he's doing yoga.
Probably. Good for him. I've always liked DDP.
Oh, he's one of the nicest guys in wrestling, and that is
Yeah.
a small pool.
Yeah, and he's there with Scott Hall.
Yeah. A hooded figure appears behind Abyss,
Now,
and he waggles his finger in Abyss's face.
I don't know what your theory is, but I know
Austin.
my theory.
I mean, we have the same theory. We've discussed it.
No. I've got a new theory.
Oh,
Have you
what's your theory?
seen one of the Cornetto trilogy films, Hot Fuzz?
I have indeed. Was this for the greater good?
The greater good?
What a film.
No look,
I
catching
watched
them
it the other day.
swans then.
Oh,
I believe that Abyss is in the murder cult of Sandford.
yep. He works at Summerfield's. Oh, he's the guy who plays the Hound in
Yarp.
in Game of Thrones. He's
Yarp,
Yarp. Yeah,
Yarp? Yarp?
yeah. We
Yeah,
figured
there
it
we
out.
go. I would like to thank my dad. I'd like to thank my mum. Most of all, I'd like to thank the fans for
Yeah.
helping me through this journey of
Mhm.
discovery.
Yeah. We then see a Monty Brown highlight package.
Yeah.
And they're really putting this guy over.
Yeah.
Is he going to be the next number one contender? The end of the show tells me no.
No. We've seen this package before.
But do you know what this package has?
No.
It has one of the greatest returns in TNA history.
Is Brian O in it?
It's Jeff Hammond!
Hammond was in it, was he?
Jeff Hammond was in it. It was Monty Brown on 6 Points of Impact discussing the pounds.
Oh, Jeff Hammond.
We then see a Chris Sabin hype package who will face P.T. Williams at Turning Point, with Sabin saying he knows a counter to the Canadian Destroyer. Why did we have a gauntlet match to decide number one contender if Chris Sabin is the number one contender?
Why not just let Chris Sabin win the gauntlet?
Right? I have an answer as to why later, but
Oh.
I don't know if you know this.
I don't, because I don't know the answer.
Well, you'll find out.
Is it that he knows the counter to the Canadian Destroyer, which has already been countered a fair few times?
Yeah, it has. Literally, the counter is back body drop.
Yeah, the counter is don't do a backflip.
Oh, well, if I just stand here, then he just kind of just falls on his back.
The counter is literally just go to a knee.
Yeah.
Just take a knee, and he can't do it.
Sorry, Colin Kaepernick.
Sorry, entire Premier League.
Not entire anymore.
No, to be fair, Wilfried Zaha.
Anywho, let's not dance this racial political dance.
They're my favourite dances.
We then go to Shane Douglas.
That would make Strictly Come Dancing a whole different show.
That would be must watch for certain.
Be like, this week, Louis Theroux is doing the racial dance.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't pick a race.
I didn't know. Yeah.
Louis Theroux on Strictly.
Louis Theroux is doing the classic Nigerian tribe dance.
Oh no. Oh no. With general disease.
Yeah, I went Nigerian because it's in wrestling at the minute.
Yeah, it's topical right now.
Yeah, exactly.
We then go to Shane Douglas, who tells us Team Canada have been kicked out of the building, but then Peter Williams is there.
Yeah, they kicked most of them out.
Yeah, we've kicked them out, except for, this one.
The little one can stay.
Douglas informs Williams that Sabin has said that he has a counter for the Destroyer. Williams tells us the Canadian Destroyer is the most devastating move in the history of pro wrestling. He says Sabin will learn there is no counter to the Canadian Destroyer, just as AJ Styles found out. I mean, there is, because we've seen it.
Yeah, AJ countered it as well.
Yep.
Like, he did end up getting hit by it eventually, but earlier in the match, he countered it.
Yeah.
Like...
but then, Alex Shelley comes out.
Yes.
And I get excited, because Alex Shelley's been putting in some good performances lately.
Yeah, he's still had the best match with AJ.
Yeah.
That we've seen so far.
And then Chris Sabin comes out.
You...
And this time it's not a drill.
You bloody teases.
This time it's not a drill.
Yes.
They're actually doing it.
Yes, they are.
Motor City machine guns explode.
They are clipping on the nipple clamps. They are
We're in.
teasing.
They are.
I love it.
And this is where commentary starts to talk about how Sabin won an Ultimate X match at the Best Damn Wrestling event, period.
Oh.
This led me to Google.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't pick up on this whatsoever.
2 days before this episode of Impact.
So the Tuesday.
Yes.
Okay.
They aired an event called the Best Damn Wrestling event, period.
Okay.
Did you know about this?
No.
They didn't advertise it.
No. This
So we
sounds
didn't
like
watch it.
this sounds like something, like what's Joey Janela's company?
Oh, GCW.
This sounds like something that they'd call a show.
Yeah.
Or an old PWG show would be called this.
Yeah. So I have the card for that show.
Oh, okay.
The opening match, Chris Sabin
Yeah.
versus Sanjay Dutt
Lovely.
versus Elix Skipper
Amazing.
in an Ultimate X match.
That sounds like filth.
Dave Meltzer gave it 4 stars.
Dave Meltzer's a mark.
Better than anything on Survivor Series and better than anything at Victory Road.
I mean, I'd watch it over any of them.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Speaking of watch it over anything, the second match was AJ Styles versus Alex Shelley, which Styles obviously won.
Oh, yes. Back again.
The next match, AMW defeated Kid Cash and Dallas.
That'd be all right.
The next match, this one really got me excited.
Okay.
Christopher Daniels
Yeah.
defeats Frankie Kazarian.
Oh, no.
FCU explode.
FCU implodes.
Your semi-main, Ron Killings,
Okay.
defeats Raven.
Oh.
That is odd to me.
Raven's jobbed a lot.
He has. And then, so this is according to Cage Match. So if this is wrong, it's wrong on that reason. But from everything I could find, your main event
Right.
is a hardcore match.
Right.
Between T.O. and Puppet.
Excuse me?
T.O. defeated Puppet.
What?
T.O.
You're going to have to elaborate.
Defeated Puppet.
Right.
It was a minis match.
As the main event?
With an Ultimate X match, AJ Styles versus Alex Shelley, Chris Daniels versus Frankie Kazarian. Minis main event.
Are you sure it wasn't backwards?
Nope, it was the right way around. Because I always check Cage Match after I watch the shows, like just to see any details, and it's always in order.
What? And it wasn't a dart match?
Nope. Main event TO.
That's very strange.
Yep. But we'll move on.
Okay.
But yeah, that explains why Chris Sabin is number 1 contender, even though Hector Gaza hasn't had his match yet.
But why did he win then?
Dunno.
Why did Hector Gaza win?
Once again, dunno.
Ugh.
Really don't know. Yeah. Sabin rolls over Shelley to avoid his offense before flipping over him and hitting a beautiful Hurricane Rana to start off the match. And already just like, well, buckle in.
Yeah, well, these two are very good. Let's go.
Yeah. Pete Williams then appears at the top of the ramp to distract Sabin, and I was concerned that we were going to get a dodgy finish.
Yeah, I thought as soon as he showed up, I was like, oh, running.
Where's Scott D'Amore then?
Yeah.
Shelley hits a bulldog and a kick to the back of Sabin with the biggest leg slap I've ever seen.
Oh, it was so loud, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then I watched it back for the slap, and it was like, oh wow, he did not hold back. He's gonna have a scar in the morning.
Do not care about
No, because it sounds cool.
I couldn't care less because I don't notice it when they do it because I'm not looking.
No, I'm looking at the kick.
That's not what I'm looking at. Yeah, I'm looking at the actual move. I'm not looking at the hand.
It's part of the art of wrestling. I didn't know that for 6 months of watching wrestling. I was like, how do they make the sound?
Yeah.
And then I think the first one I saw was the Young Bucks.
Oh, obviously.
But like, I think it was All In, and I saw
Oh,
it and I was
okay.
like, wait, is that how they do it?
Yeah, they full on whack themselves.
I don't know if I've told you this. Do you know about Pete Dunne's finger snaps?
Oh yeah, you have told me.
He hits his sides into like his ribs.
Yeah, yeah,
That one blew my mind.
yeah. It's clever.
It is clever. I wouldn't be able to think of
No, I wouldn't.
that. Shelley hits a reverse snapmare, and the crowd really go big for Sabin.
They seem to be really high on Sabin.
They are.
They
Put the
like
world
him a
title
lot.
on this man. I'm sure it'll go really well.
Eventually.
I'm sure it'll go great. He then dodges a splash from Shelley before hitting a jawbreaker into a cutter. He looks for the cradle shock, but Shelley escapes and hits a beautiful pump handle facebuster, but Sabin kicks out at 2.
The pump handle is so good.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
It's just so smooth. You can just tell they've got such good chemistry together.
Yeah. Shelley dodges a top rope, nothing, from Sabin. And then as he jumps off the ropes, he's hit with a beautiful enziguri in midair. Oh,
yeah.
So good. Sabin then picks him up for the cradle shock to win.
What I wish they had a little bit more time.
This match was 2 minutes 40 and it was incrediable.
Yeah,
This is the best squash match I've ever seen.
Give him 5 minutes. Like that's like just give him 5. Oh.
Because they're starting to show respect to Shelley. Like they're starting to realise how good he is.
Yeah, and it's hard not to because he is like ridiculously good.
Yeah.
I do quite like the idea of the whole counter storyline.
I mean, so we'll get into it here.
Yeah, yeah.
Sabin then gestures for Williams to come to the ring and he obliges. Sabin hits Williams in the midsection, but Williams returns fire before setting him up for the Canadian Destroyer. But Sabin counters it straight into the cradle shock, and it looked great.
Yeah. It's sold. That's what I mean. It sold the story for me.
Yeah. That being said,
yeah,
I don't think we should have seen it counted until pay-per-view. He should have just gone, I know how. And Williams just like, no, you don't. No, you don't.
Yeah, to get into his head. Although I guess it kind of gets into his head that like, oh crap, he actually does.
Maybe it's because Williams is winning.
Well, I mean, I assume so.
Like, and it's like, well, we can't. But then again, why would you blow it on the first week?
Unless he goes on to be like, I know more.
You've got this thing of intrigue, and it's just like, well, we've blown it on the first week. I think that's a bit of a shame.
They could play it off as like, oh yeah, well, that was only one of the counters that I know.
And it just leads into my finisher, so...
Yeah, I know more.
I mean, but what others would he need? It leads right into his finisher.
Well, he could be like, well, you've seen one, and now you know how to handle that. I could give you another one. I
think they've blown their load early.
Yeah, probably.
Which is disappointing, but I mean, it looked awesome, and I'll happily watch it every week until Turning Point.
Oh yeah, like it was a classic. It is like if they're going to build up a counter, like it was a good counter. It wasn't just, I'll kick you.
Yeah,
that's good.
We then go backstage to Shane Douglas, who is harassing DDP.
Yeah, not harassing, being an investigative journalist.
Well, DDP shouts at Douglas, calling him a monkey and telling him not to stick the microphone in his face.
Back up, monkey.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
I just love people just abusing Shane Douglas.
In my mind, that's what DDP's called Shane Douglas for years.
Yeah, well, yes. Douglas then convinces DDP that they are friends. And he says, can't you give the franchise a little scoop? What's up with you and Raven?
Shane Douglas is really good in this role.
He's so funny.
Yeah.
DDP replies by saying Raven knows exactly what's up, and he looks down the camera and says, "Hey Raven, nevermore," before getting into the limo.
I was hoping before he said nevermore, I was just hoping he'd look down the camera and just be like, "Hello, hi Raven.
It's nice to see you.
Good, you're right."
I presume this is when the second time that advert plays is.
Yes. This was the 4th video package replay of the night.
Yeah, that's adds up.
4 4 different video packages were played twice. That's 8 times.
But you know what we didn't have?
What?
Those weird photo promos.
No, we didn't, thank God.
Vince Russo's took them with him, thank God.
We had number 3 of You May Not Know Me, But You Will.
Yeah.
Turning point promo. That was the 3rd time they showed that.
Yeah. What? So we're about to go into the main event here.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that Dusty Rhodes didn't come out for a victory lap.
Oh, yeah? I didn't
I'm
even
really
think
surprised.
yeah, that's true. And you'd have thought, you know how Raven was talking to Larry Zbyszko at the start of the show.
Mm.
Like, okay, Larry's on this committee and whatever, but
Yeah.
Dusty's running the show now.
Yeah,
Like, it would have made more sense for Raven to go to Dusty.
that's true. I think. Right. My thinking is with the committee, they're in charge of the NWA, whereas
Yeah.
Dusty is in charge of TNA, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Because it's obviously the NWA titles.
Yeah, I get that.
So they would have someone looking after that, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I just thought,
But that would still be a Dusty matter if that is the case.
yeah, Dusty's just not on the show.
Because he's on the championship committee, so
Yeah.
he deals with the championships. I don't know.
Ah. It's a lot of politics.
It is, and that's what we love in wrestling.
Who doesn't love a bit of politicking?
You know, I need some escapism. Let's go and watch some politics.
Yeah.
But your main event is The Naturals versus AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy. My first note was, why?
Yeah. I mean, it's harkening back to the very first week.
It is, which was nice.
Yeah. But that's probably not why they did it.
Is this going to happen every time we just straight after a pay-per-view? It's like, right, Naturals versus Styles and Hardy again. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine they just, like, they didn't actually film a main event. They just showed week 1 again.
Oh, mate, I'd be down.
Yeah, it was all right.
As Jeff makes his entrance, he draws all over himself again. So that's his new entrance.
Yeah, Dribbly Jeff.
Oh, classic Dribbly Jeff.
Dribbly Jeff.
Andy Douglas takes control to start. Styles and Douglas have a great running the ropes transition before Chase Stevens grabs Douglas's waist to stop Styles from hitting him. That was a fun spot that I've never really seen before.
No, I've not.
Like, that's some, like, FTR kind of stuff, like that kind of psychology.
Innovation is like rare to see in wrestling.
Yeah, and in tag team wrestling.
Especially, yeah.
Stevens gets in and he's immediately hit by the drop kick that was meant for Douglas.
The drop kick from absolute hell.
Oh, yeah.
It was filth.
He says, get ready to fly. Were you ready to fly?
He nailed him in the face.
Yeah.
Filthy. Absolutely filthy.
Styles tags in Hardy and they hit a double team clothesline and then a leg and knee drop combo, which was some really nice tag team stuff.
Yeah, and the timing of it was really good.
So much better than week 1 as well, these two, because like it seems like they've it looks like they've tagged a couple of times now, which they obviously have, and they've learned some things.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to say it now. I do say it in my notes later. This is the best Naturals match that I've seen. Oh,
by far, yeah. They actually
looks like a team who were tag team champions.
Yes, yeah. I got that vibe from them for sure.
I really, really like them in this match.
Yeah, they were good. They were really good, especially when they. You'll get to it, but they started to get some stuff in.
Yeah, because I remember we were talking a couple of weeks ago, and we're like, "Why were the Naturals tag champs?" And now I see why.
Now it's like, okay, yeah, they're good.
Yeah. Hardy dominates Stevens in the corner before tagging out. Styles hits a drop kick to the back of Stevens' head, and he gets a 2 for it.
Was that when Stevens fully did like a massive Ric Flair belly flop?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was really funny. It made me laugh.
Styles goes for a suplex, but Chase charges him right into the corner before tagging out, and that was nice as well. Like he just picks him up and charges him straight into the corner.
Yeah, I do like that. It's like when wrestlers think, no, I've had enough of this.
Yeah, it was real nice.
Yeah.
Styles rolls over the back of Douglas to avoid a backdrop and hits a beautiful arm drag to Douglas.
Yeah, deep arm drag. Deep. He got in there.
Douglas counters a Styles punch into a full Nelson slam across his knee, which,
yeah.
Stevens tags in Douglas And Douglas slams Styles' face into his knee with a bulldog.
I've not seen that very often. And AJ fully
No.
like I've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
people do it where like they drop to the knee so they don't really take it, but AJ like
Kane.
flatted out.
Yeah. Kane is a criminal for bumping on his knee.
Yeah, Cena as well. I'm not just saying like
Yeah. But Kane is
Cena.
the worst one.
Kane is the worst one, but Cena also like Cena doesn't usually take like flat back bumps. He like bumps onto his like bum.
Mm.
I don't know.
If you've got it, flaunt it.
Enough of him.
Stevens climbs to the top rope and takes out Styles with a diving forearm for 2. Douglas goes up top, but Styles counters with a gut punch before tagging out. Hardy takes out the Naturals with clotheslines and hits Douglas with the flatliner and then a twist of fate. And Don West botched by saying, "That's a twist of fate." And it wasn't. And then TNA goes, "That's a real twist of fate."
Yeah, when he hit the twist of fate, that's the twist of fate.
Yeah, it's like, oh, by the way, that guy just messed up.
It's like, you can tell on commentary, like, Mike would have turned to him and be like, yeah.
Stevens slams Hardy to the mat. Hardy fights back and Styles gets the blind tag. He dives off the top rope onto no one.
Yeah. I don't think Douglas wasn't in position.
Yeah, he was supposed to take out Douglas.
Yeah.
He got really far, but he didn't get far enough.
He got literally across the ring, but like Douglas was against the ropes pretty much. Like,
also, it was the same corner where Spanky went last week, and it was creaking, and it was creaking again in that corner.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Next time they go in that corner, listen for it.
Yeah.
Hardy whips Stevens into the ropes before dropping him straight into position for the Styles Clash. Beautiful. That was amazing.
How strong is AJ to do that? Like, that's ridiculous strength.
Honestly, from all 3 men, that was incredible.
He's a country boy with some farmer strength.
Exactly. The song doesn't lie.
Yeah.
Styles hits the Styles Clash for the win. What a way to make up for a botch. Like, wow.
Yeah, really, really good.
I was stunned by that. Because, like, you've seen some Styles Clashes, but that... Oof.
I'd be down for an AJ and Hardy tag team for a bit.
I'm really high on the Naturals after that match.
Yeah, they look really good.
They were incredible.
I just don't think they're going to do much with them.
No. I'd love... WWE's tag division, as we've established, is poor at this point.
Yeah.
William Regal and Eugene are the tag champions on one channel.
Yeah.
On the other, I can't remember who one of the champions is. I know the other is Kenzo Suzuki. Oh, it's Rene Dupree.
Okay.
Rene Dupree and Kenzo Suzuki.
Yeah.
They are dying for tag teams.
Yeah.
Sign the Naturals right up.
Well, you would, wouldn't you? Because after like watching this, they can work a really good match.
Yeah. And they're not small either.
No, they look like actual like solid tag team wrestlers.
Yep. And they're an actual tag team.
Yeah, they have actual tag team chemistry.
Yep. Oh. It's weird. We started this with the Naturals and we were like, who the hell are the Naturals? And now look at us. Look at how far we've come.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I mean, like we've said before, I used to watch this. I don't remember these guys. I have no recollection whatsoever. But watching it back, he's like, oh, they're actually good.
Yeah, it's like we've got the NYC. It's like sod the NYC. Push the Naturals.
We don't need them. Thank God they weren't on this show.
We haven't seen them in a while.
No, Trinity wasn't on the show.
Good.
Yeah, no Jacqueline.
Explain yourself for Jacqueline.
Yeah.
After the match, the Outsiders make their entrance with some rip-off Snoop Dogg music.
Oh my God, yes! I'm glad.
I was trying to figure out what song it was, and I couldn't figure it out.
I know exactly what you mean. Was it Gin and Juice?
It might be. I'll double check after this.
Yeah, I mean, I would check now, but we'd get done for copyright.
Yes. This entrance is enough to distract Styles and Hardy, allowing Jarrett to attack them with a chair. 2 of the biggest dogs in the yard.
It wasn't still DRE, was it?
Maybe.
I feel like it was Dr. Dre featuring Snoop Dogg, and it was still DRE.
Maybe.
It absolutely was. I can hear it in my head now. It was.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
Dr. Dre.
But yeah, Jarrett earlier in the show saying he's going to take out two of the biggest dogs, and he takes
Yeah.
out Hardy and Styles. That's big. I
Yeah,
love
I mean,
that.
literally probably the two biggest other dogs.
Yeah, I mean, like I was worried it would be, I don't know, Savage and like
Yeah.
Dusty Rhodes.
Jeremy Borash and Mike Tenay.
No, I was worried it would be like some ex WWE guys, which obviously
Yeah.
Hardy is, but he doesn't. He's in a position to be pushed, not in a position to be collecting paychecks. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, he's still relatively young here.
Yeah,
Like he's not exactly like an old school WWE veteran who's there for the, like you say, for the paycheck. He's there to be a wrestler.
exactly. Scott Hall hits Styles with the Razor's Edge, and Nash hits Hardy with the powerbomb to close the show.
Very impressive that Scott Hall can still do the Razor's Edge, by the way.
I thought he could barely walk at this point, but he's doing all right.
Yeah, he's doing the walk. He's doing the flicking the toothpick.
He's dyeing his hair.
He's dyeing his hair, but he still looks really cool. I'm all in on Scott Hall here.
Just put him. If they can somehow just put him with DDP now and save some years of hurt, that'd be great.
Yeah, it's like if we had a time machine,
Yeah,
we would be writing to TNA like, look, you don't know what you're missing out on.
DDP yoga.
DDP needs to start doing this thing called DDP yoga.
Yeah, push it to him.
Yeah,
and he's just like, no.
We become the innovators of DDP yoga.
Yes, it's now TAT yoga.
TAT yoga. Perfect.
But overall, in ring, dare I say, one of the strongest shows we've seen.
Yeah, I mean, you dare say, I agree.
Yeah, the Naturals versus Hardy and Styles, best we've seen of the Naturals. Probably the best tag match we've seen as well.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Sabin and Shelley was predictably great, but short, and the aftermath was good.
Yeah. If it was a little touch longer, like if you don't have to have it, it doesn't have to be a 25-minute match every week. I understand that.
Well, Shelley and Styles was 5 minutes, and we rave about it.
Exactly, yeah. Like you don't need 25 minutes to have a good match. Like,
yeah,
especially if you are trying to get one guy over more,
than
the other.
Raven and Monty Brown was probably the best match we've seen between them two so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first Raven match where I've actually written down that I enjoyed his offense and
maybe we've turned a corner.
Yeah.
The arrival of DDP was a welcome surprise.
Very unexpected.
Yeah.
Very unexpected, and glad to see him. Like he's one of those guys that he's not going to show up and be like, oh no, like why have they signed him? He's like, oh, DDP's here, that's cool.
Yeah. Well, that's it. 16 years later, DDP shows up in AEW, and everyone's like, "Oh yes, DDP's here."
Exactly. He's literally one of the nice guys of wrestling.
The only downside I see of it is look at who they've signed recently. You've got Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Randy Savage, DDP.
Yeah,
they're on big money.
Oh yeah, they're not asking for $100 and a thank you, are they?
Auntie Dixie is paying the big bucks.
Out.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing I didn't mention, they showed a recap of the Monsters Ball match.
Yeah.
And they didn't show the thumbtack spot because I assume the FS1 or whatever TV channel they were on didn't want them to. Because they can probably show it on pay-per-view and whatever.
Yeah, you can do what you want on pay-per-view, really.
But what they did is when they showed the thumbtacks,
they zoomed in on Dixie.
They showed the zoom in on Dixie covering her face, and it popped me again.
She's a plant.
She genuinely is.
But yeah, the only downsides for me, I had two. The International X Division match was bad.
Really?
Yeah. Hector Gaza was botching. Psychosis was botching. LA Park was a delight.
That's just the best. He's just a lovely.
That's the only reason you enjoy that match. That's the only reason you're sticking up for this match.
No comment.
It was a bad match. The other downside for me was Saban winning an Ultimate X match on an unpromoted show because I've never seen an Ultimate X match.
You will do.
But I haven't.
You
I need
will,
it.
though. You will.
But I don't think we're getting one at Turning Point either.
No, we're not, because they're doing the 6 Sides of Steel thing.
I know, and it's going to be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I genuinely really enjoyed this show, even though there was some rubbish in it. You know what it is? There was no Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
There
God
was
he's gone.
there was a lot of video packages, but there wasn't any, of Piper saying really controversial stuff. There wasn't any of loads of jump cuts of Scott Hall saying, "Hey, yo."
Also, I've just remembered.
Yeah.
Snooker came in just to stand there and watch someone get hit by a coconut and take one bump.
Oh, yeah. He just earned a little paycheck and off he went.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely fine that we never see him again.
Oh, I don't know if that's true.
You think we see him again?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't think we will.
I don't know this happens because I don't know anything that happens in TNA.
Right.
I feel like, you know how we have Larry Zbyszko, adjudicating matches?
No,
I reckon for the X Division match, he's going to do one.
No. Okay, you know when he might come back, actually?
When?
He might come back because Sanjay Dutt's fighting for his honour.
Yeah, he will come back for that. He will.
It'll be Sanjay versus Kid Cash.
No, Sanjay and Snooker versus Kid Cash and Dallas.
Oh, I don't want to see that.
No one does.
But you're absolutely right. That will be it.
Yep. Yeah. But yeah, overall, really enjoyed this show. Yeah. Probably enjoyed it more than Victory Road, to be honest.
I'd say so, yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Which is pretty damning.
Yeah, for the biggest pay-per-view of all time.
Yeah.
Not the best review.
No. But any final thoughts from you, Scott?
I mean, I'm looking forward to a shorter build towards Turning Point.
Yes, just a month.
We've not got 8 weeks to wait. After this week, we've got 3 weeks?
So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got 3 weeks till the next pay-per-view. We can get excited for the next pay-per-view without having to think, oh well, we're getting
hold your horses.
It's still 2 months away.
Yeah.
So yeah. All in all, looking forward to moving on with the new storylines.
Yes, and again, I don't really know where the world title's going. It presume it's either Hardy or Styles.
That seems to be the way they're going. Although I do feel like it's going to end up being no world title match, perhaps.
You know what I think is going to happen?
What?
I've got it in my head.
Go on.
The Kings of Wrestling
versus AJ,
Jeff Hardy, AJ.
Macho.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm really down. I want to see Macho Man wrestle as much as it's 2004 Macho Man.
Absolutely fine with me. Absolutely fine.
Macho Man is one of my favorite wrestlers that I've never seen wrestle.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh.
Whenever I see clips of him, I think, if I was watching in the 90s or 80s, whatever it was, I would love him.
I could listen to his promos all day long.
Oh yeah, so charismatic.
The cream of the crop one is art.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one where he just keeps pulling little pots of cream out of nowhere? Mean Gene's just like, where did you get that?
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, but if that's the direction they're going towards for the pay-per-view, I'm all for it.
Yep. As for the tag titles, anyone but 3 Live Crew, please.
Yeah, just get them off them. It looks like it's going to be Team Canada again, and put them back on them, please.
Go for it for me, honestly.
Maybe because it was their first major pay-per-view, they wanted babyfaces winning.
Yeah, but then Jarrett won in the main event.
Yeah, it had a lot of star power in it. Just get them off them, please.
Because they are just an entrance wearing tag belts.
Well, that's Road Dogg.
And Conan.
You've just written the Wikipedia entry for Road Dogg.
An entrance wearing a tag belt.
Literally.
Oh.
Disagree with me.
Oh, I didn't disagree. It's just it's a shame.
Exactly.
I mean, people will say that about Bobby Roode today.
Yeah, but those people would be wrong.
Oof.
They would. They
would.
absolutely would.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, they would. But that's all that we've got time for this week. Tune in next week for the November 19th episode as we take one step towards turning point. Thank you.
We've got the indicator on.
Oh, we've got that indicator on. Are we turning left or right? Have you made a decision on that?
Always left.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll let you figure that one out.
Oh, yeah. But thank you once again for joining me, Scott, and thank you for listening. If you enjoyed the video, hit like, hit subscribe, and join the announcers table.